All about it. All right, time now to talk about the games on the field and bring in our man Brandon Lang, who was killing it last week for us here on Washington Post Live. This week, he starts with the Redskins, who he got sort of right last week.
Absolutely. You know, most places, 3.5 early, but on Sunday, everybody pretty much got 3. So the Redskins as a team have been very, very good to me. Santana Moss, he hurt me a little bit last week. Need him to show up this week, get his affairs in order, and let's come mentally ready to play and earn our $31 million. I think the Redskins will be okay if everybody shows up. Arizona traveling here to the East Coast. They're off that tough loss. Now they're going with maybe Hasselbeck or Rattay again. I'm always a go against those West Coast teams that come to the East Coast. Got to play that 1 o'clock game. That's an 11 o'clock a.m. back where they're from. Kind of their biological clock or their own ticker is not too good. So Washington, great spot here. I love this football team. Love the way they're playing. I'm going to lay the 8 call for the Redskins to win this game by double digits.
All right, a couple Eastern teams here. You got the Ravens giving 3 on the road, even starting their backup quarterback, Kyle Boller.
Let me tell you something. I don't trust Kyle Boller on the road against a good defense to save my life. Bottom line is this. If the Buffalo Bills can make Tony Romo look very, very bad, what do you think they're going to do with a week to prepare for Kyle Boller? I think what they're going to do, they're going to crowd the line of scrimmage. They're going to take away McGahee in the run game, and they're going to force Kyle Boller to beat him with his arm and his brain. Guys, I don't think so. Billick, 1-7 against the spread. His last 8 as a road chalk. Great spot for the Bills as a home dog. Don't be surprised to see Buffalo win this game outright.
How about the bold line of the week? New England undefeated. Yes, they're playing Miami, who's terrible, but they're giving 17 to the Dolphins.
The line maker in Vegas is very astute in the fact that if he's getting beat, he's going to make his money back. What I mean is this. New England has been a favorite in every game this year, and they've covered every game this year. Vegas wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't built on winners. It was built on losers. He'll keep jacking this point spread up until he gets that pendulum to swing, and he starts making money on the other side. 17, a conference home dog getting 17 at home. New England was by far the superior team last year. They went down there and lost 21-0. Watch Miami figure out a way to get the cover here. I'll take home dogs of 17 in the NFL all day long.
All right, in college basketball, we'd call this a bracket buster. Detroit, Tampa Bay. How do you see it?
Funny, John Kitna against a good defense. The whole world was jocking Arizona last week over Carolina. Kurt Warner, this and that. And I said, you know what? Kurt Warner against a good Panther defense, not a good matchup. Now you got John Kitna against a good Tampa Bay defense. Last good defense that went into Detroit, Minnesota knocked Kitna out of the ball game. They had 5 turnovers in that game. I look for Tampa Bay's defense to be the key here. +3. I think the wrong team's favored. Tampa Bay gets the win.
You talked about Minnesota. They're part of your 2 for the money best bet. Minnesota, the Vikings visiting the Dallas Cowboys.
I tried to tell everybody who would listen last week, tried to help people out by saying Dallas is the biggest fraud for a 5-0 team I'd ever seen in my entire life. I said of all the teams they've beaten, their wins added up to a total of 5. I said New England would go in there and pound them by double digits, and they did. So here's Dallas. They got to get back up off the deck after the emotional game against New England, the big comeback Monday night win against Buffalo, and you're asking them to cover a double-digit number here. Had the Vikings last week plus the points over Chicago, won the game outright. Best offensive line in football, Minnesota Vikings. Take the 10, and don't be surprised to see Minnesota maybe shock the world and win this game outright.
All right, we got them down. We're keeping score, and we'll see you next week, Brandon. Thanks a lot.
Have a great weekend.
When we come back on